Hey guys, I'm Ash.
And I'm Pete.
We're two friends with a combo of 7 kids ranging from toddlers to 20s and 2 crazy husbands.
Our paths were not easy. With childhood battle wounds, divorce, second marriages and all, we somehow found each other. And together we talk real life, laugh, cry, and figure out how to survive the day.
Music is by Dustbowl Champion. To hear Dustbowl Champion's newest hits, search Dustbowl Champion on Spotify. Hey guys, it's Ash and Pete.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Doing all right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm doing grand.
Oh my goodness. What's going on?
Nothing. I know this is really off topic, but this girl that I know, she's getting married, and the hashtag she chose is used by like so many other people.
Oh.
And I was just looking at them and I thought, oh, that's so sad, because I would want, back when I got married, that wasn't a thing. It was like MySpace, right? So, really. So you didn't do hashtags, but if I was going to do a hashtag, I would want it to be something that no one else used.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's ever used yours.
No. Mine was pretty unique, but can I tell you that I was talking, so I have 2 brothers getting married this year.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's already been crazy.
Yeah.
But I was meeting with my sister, one of my future sister-in-laws and her friend, and she was kind of talking about like details, because my sister-in-law's like, she's so like, she's going to be like, she's so into details. And so she goes, I have like all these things pretty much already done, but I have a few more things that I still need to do. And it's just like the little details. And I was like, and they'll probably be little details until the day of, and you realize you've ran out of time to do them.
Oh gosh.
Because that's kind of how I am.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. And I was like, but nobody will know except you. That's it. And so she starts telling her friend about my wedding. And we've only been married 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like a lot of things I was talking about are so like,
so long ago, like old, like, oh, that's not done anymore.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yes.
Like what?
Or like played out or whatever. But when I got married, they weren't.
Like what kind of things?
Like I was telling her that we had a cigar bar, and we had like the matchbooks made with like our name and date and whatever, the koozies that we had made.
Yeah. Which like matchbooks, that's like old school. Like,
yes.
My mom's age. My husband's so loud right now.
He's very loud.
Gonna hurt him. I'm not gonna say how I'm gonna hurt him, because how I got my post blocked on Facebook for saying how I was gonna hurt him one day. But he's so loud. But the cigar bar at that time, I think even if there was a cigar bar now, you feel like that's played out?
Well, I just felt like I was naming things, and I was like, the koozies, and then I'm like, we made our own yard games. And she's like, oh yeah, like we've had friends that have done that. And she wasn't saying it like, oh, but it was just like,
oh,
and I'm like, oh, okay, well, like, and I'm like, I had like the little buckets of flip-flops on the, like in the corners on the dance floor for everybody.
I've never been to a wedding where they had that.
But how many weddings, like after my wedding, did you go to?
2.
See, I don't know.
I think just
I
2.
don't know. And then I was like, what else did I say? I said something else, because I felt like we really tried to personalize so much
you guys
of our
did.
wedding, including having churros at my wedding, because I love churros.
Churros are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
but and late night food and that kind of stuff. Like I don't know. It just felt like things that I was saying. It felt like I was just some Pinterest board, but it was like, but I swear, like it was super, like.
Well, I loved your
was
Pinterest
cool.
then.
It was
Okay.
cool.
I loved your wedding. I still think your guys' wedding was so beautiful, and it was very personal, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought there were so many different things like that were so you guys, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which it's so funny, and I mean, it's cute because I'm in the midst of all of this wedding
Yes.
stuff right now, on top of my life, and it's a lot right now. But I went back and because we're going to a wedding actually on our anniversary, and the wedding is they asked like you can RSVP on their website.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was RSVPing, and then it was like, do you have song selections?
Uh-huh.
And so I start listing some of our songs from our wedding, and I'm like, well, I want to hear these.
Yeah.
Plus, it's our anniversary, so
yeah,
I'm going to put all these, right?
Yeah.
And I was going, what song did I have our groomsmen and our bridesmaids walk into the reception? I was like, I need to play that song. So I was like going back and watching some videos and stuff from our wedding.
Yeah. Cute.
That people had posted and everything.
That's cute.
We saved. So it was kind of funny.
I can't believe you guys are going to be at a wedding on your anniversary.
So usually we're at weddings on my birthday. Like, we've been to a lot of weddings on my birthday.
Your brother's wedding was on your birthday, wasn't
it? Yes. And I guess it's just, May and September are good months to get married.
Well, I guess, I don't know. In September, it's still hot here. It's hit and miss.
Yeah,
it kind of depends on the year.
Hit and miss.
But May's typically a decent weather time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have a May wedding. You have a May wedding.
Yeah.
Me two of the coolest people we know.
Yeah. And I've just got to say, I mean, it's like I had so much fun planning and doing our wedding.
Yeah.
But and some people say like, oh, if I could do it again, I would do things different or whatever. And after doing like stuff with my siblings' weddings, I'm like, nope, I think it was good the way it was. Yeah. And I don't think I would ever want to relive that again, as far as like try to not relive it, what is
design it?
Yeah.
Like,
no.
Yeah.
No. That was it. It was good.
Mine was very basic. So, I mean, there's cuter things that could be done.
Well, I mean, yes. Now they come up with, I mean, you were pre-Pinterest and so many of that stuff. So,
I mean, I had MySpace to go off of.
Yeah.
Right? Plus, I'm a pretty basic person.
Tom didn't tell you how to plan your wedding?
Tom wasn't even my top 8 back then, probably. He probably had already been, like, bumped down, way down. Way down.
Yeah, I'm just grateful that part is, we had a great time.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Beautiful.
It was beautiful. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
My sister-in-law goes, yeah, she told my brother, she was like, we're 3 drinks and that's it. Like, we get 3 drinks and that's it, because, we've got to, be on our stuff, and it's our wedding, and I want to make sure I remember everything. I was like, okay, well, good luck with that. I said, that's fine, whatever works for you guys. I said, we all took a shot before we walked down.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, you're so busy, you don't really have time to fully drink.
Yeah.
And then when you do, it's like you're taking sips here and there. I said, I couldn't tell you what I drank.
Yeah.
I said, but I did do shots. So I drank more than 3 for sure. Because
I don't think I did. I did a shot before, but I not like before the wedding, but before, we went out. And then I don't think I really drank during either. But I was like her. I was like, oh, I want to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Jason didn't.
But see, and I guess that's where, because I remember everything,
Yeah.
But I wasn't. But I think it's because I was so busy. It wasn't like I was just sitting there drinking.
Yeah. Oh, I think I probably could have just drank.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's fun. Weddings all around.
Weddings are fun.
They are.
They are.
But I really do not go to weddings these days. I'm like an old lady now.
Well, it's funny. My sister-in-law, my husband's sister-in-law,
Mm-hmm.
his brother's wife, she's like, she just turned 40 and she goes, yeah, we don't go to weddings anymore. We go to, we know people who are just getting divorced now.
Oh,
they're not getting married anymore. They're getting divorced.
Oh, good night.
And I'm like, well, truly, for the most part, it's family.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're the oldest. So
I still have brothers and younger cousins that are getting married.
Yeah.
I'm not like, we're not marrying off like friends.
Yeah.
anymore.
Right. But, yeah, that's true. Yeah. I guess my brothers are married. So I'm done with that. Until my kids start getting married, probably I'm good. You make that face. I'm not saying it's happening anytime soon. I hope it's not. I hope it's not.
But, well, no.
I know. At my nephew's party today, my aunt was there, and she's like, I just can't believe how big the boys are. She's like, the next time I see you, it's going to be like, oh, this is my grandkid. I'm like, oh, I hope not. Goodness. Please, no. That better be a long ways away, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. By the time,
well, we're getting older.
Yeah. And Deja is turning, well, let's see. I already had Hayden by the time I was Deja's age. Yeah.
I know. Don't talk like that, though.
I know.
I'm not ready for that.
I feel like I had Hayden and Jackson early, though. But for what people our age, like as far as when they have kids, I feel like I had.
Yeah, but you were how old?
With Hayden, I was 22.
Yeah. So, yes, it is young, but it's not,
Was I 22?
Well, he's 15.
Yeah, I was 22.
Mm-hmm. I think about it.
Yeah.
Which, this is like totally going down a rabbit hole.
I know,
but
I should shut my mouth. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm a mess. Anywho, okay, so now off of the hashtag, off of the weddings, off of the babies. How is your life going?
Fantastic.
Your face looks so believable.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah. You sound like everything's awesome.
Yeah.
You just have a lot going on.
I just have a lot going on.
When you can breathe next month, it'll be better.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll be fine.
I'm stressed. I'm stressed I have major stress right now. And the things that trigger my stress are like, they're just firing on all cylinders these days. It's everything that gets me to that point right now is getting me to that point.
No.
But it's not like life is not good and it's not like things are bad. It's just
hectic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be okay.
You just might not sleep.
Yeah. That's why I passed out at 7:30 on the couch last night.
Oh my gosh, you did not.
Mm-hmm. And then I told Tony, because he's like, I wanted to watch a movie with you. And I was like, can I just close my eyes for like 20 minutes and take like a 20-minute nap? And then I'll wake up and I'll watch a movie with you. And he's like, okay, rest now. And I'm like, okay. Are you kidding me?
I think it was. He's such a horrible person.
Oh my God,
I'll divorce him for you, Priscilla.
Thank you.
Because of that.
I appreciate that.
Anytime. And you just never woke up?
Did you try to wake up? I woke up. Okay, well, I had my contacts in, so.
Oh, so you had to.
So if anyone knows what it's like to fall asleep with contacts, it makes it 3 times harder to open your eyes because it starts to hurt because they've already rolled all the way back here. So you're like, oh, it's just easier if I just keep them closed.
So how, like, Kyla would wear contacts all the time. Like, she would sleep with
No, she would not sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, then maybe she had the, I don't know, a different
kind?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I think Robbie would too. Yeah. I don't know that he was supposed to. Yeah. So your eyes are like trying to open?
Yeah, so it kind of starts to like hurt. So I was like, oh, it just feels easier if I just keep them closed. So I was like, I'm like, no, I'm awake. I'm awake. And I'm trying to watch.
Did he start to watch the movie?
He did.
Which movie?
Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
And so I started with him and then I was like, I'll rewatch it with you, okay? And I just like laid my head down and I went to sleep. And thank goodness he's awesome about putting the kids to bed and stuff because I just was tired.
Yeah.
Just tired. I think I'm just like, if I could, what did I tell you?
If you could sleep for 2 days, Jason's like, she couldn't do that. When he heard you, he's like, she couldn't do that.
I was like, I just want to sleep for 2 days.
I mean, I think I could sleep for 2 days, but I don't think that you could do it.
I don't think I could, but I would like to. But I don't want to end up like Michael Jackson.
Well, I mean, there's other reasons aside from just being tired, you know?
But it's like, I don't know that I want someone to like
put you to sleep.
Yeah, but I would just like to sleep for 2 days.
I mean, I couldn't sleep for 2 days straight, but I could sleep and then like wake up, go to the restroom, and then go back to sleep and that kind of. I'm pretty convinced I could do it for 2 days.
Yeah, I don't think I could. But I would really like to.
Have you ever been able to even do that, like when you're sick? Like if you have the flu?
No.
Or you can just stay in bed? See, I can stay in bed and sleep for so long that my body hurts. Like my back hurts from being in bed for so long. Yeah. Life of a fat lazy girl.
So stop it. It's a special gift.
Special gift, you can just sleep your life away. I have been sick though where I've like, no, I haven't gotten out of bed except to go to the restroom kind of thing.
I feel like I might need one of those
sicknesses. I mean, they're not fun.
I don't want to.
It's like
I don't want to
because
be
it's like I don't want to move because I feel like I'll throw up.
I need to find a reason to where it's like you pee, you just don't get out of bed. You just have to stay in bed all day.
I don't think you're going to be able to find that reason. I'm sorry.
Can everyone just put like lava on the ground around my bed or something?
I mean, I'd be willing to.
Can you put spikes?
Yeah.
Can you? I don't know. Seriously though, I would really like that. I feel like I really need a quick break.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's going to happen, but I think that that's what I need.
Yeah. Next weekend, you guys are going up north, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say maybe next weekend, but
Mm-mm.
then I realized you can't do that either.
No.
I'm sorry.
Maybe the next weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe I can carve it one day to where I just say, nope, not going to happen. I don't know.
You let me know how that goes.
Okay.
I don't know that you can get yourself to do that.
I know.
You need to be able to shut your brain off.
I know. And why can't I? Why can't people do that? Why can't people just shut it off? Just say, it'll be there another day, so forget about it.
So, until I started taking my medication for my sciatic nerve, I had a really, really hard time sleeping. Like I couldn't remember how I used to like stay up so late.
Yes.
And it was like, even though I wasn't an insomniac like Yvonne,
mm-hmm.
I would be up late with her. But now, since I take my medication regularly, it makes me too sleepy. I can't stay up. I have a hard time staying up late. Like I can do it here and there, but I don't know. But when I go to sleep, I don't have a hard time falling asleep anymore. Where I used to just like I could not get my mind to shut off when I laid down. Now I have no problem with it. But the medication I take for my nerve,
well, here's the thing. I can fall asleep.
Oh, you can?
Oh,
yeah. Back when I used to do that, I had a hard time falling asleep.
No, I can fall asleep Tony will tease me that like I'll fall asleep like mid-sentence. I can fall asleep. Now, staying asleep, I can still sleep and my mind can still go. I mean, right now, I literally wake up all night long. And it's not like I will be laying there like I'm awake, but it's like I kind of wake up out of my sleep and I'm literally thinking about work and the things that I still need to do or the person I didn't call back or whatever. And then I like turn it off and like think more, but I'm like,
that is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard, Priscilla. My heart really hurts for you. That's horrendous.
I just can't turn it off.
See, I had a hard time turning it off to get to sleep. Once I'm asleep, I'm fine. Now I don't even have a hard time turning it off to get to sleep. But to wake up in the middle of the night and have thoughts like that, no.
I'm sure. I mean, I know I'm not the only person.
Oh, I'm sure you're not.
But it's
like, but that's just disgusting.
It's like, why am I doing this?
Now, I don't know if you remember me ever saying things like, I think my dreams are so like, I have such vivid and active dreams that sometimes I feel like I don't sleep very good. Like I don't get good deep sleeps because I feel like sometimes my dreams stress me out or something. I don't know. Like they're just like, I remember a lot of my dreams. And I think because my mind is so active in that way, sometimes I feel like I don't get rest. But I would much rather have that issue than the issue you have.
I know.
Because at least I am still asleep when I'm having these dreams,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's horrible. I think maybe we need to figure out, we need to run some trials on you. Like, what if you did a sleep thing? Like, not a sleep study, but what if you did like, you know how you can listen to, you know how they would do like, you're not a smoker, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
you know, like hypnosis
yes.
type stuff
Yeah.
while you sleep. Maybe
Yeah.
you need to try something like
Yeah.
that.
You are not at work.
Yeah.
No one matters.
You are not answering emails.
Yeah.
There are 0 emails in your
It's just
inbox.
you in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you need something like that.
Maybe.
Can you sleep with noise?
Yeah.
Oh, you can. Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you sleep with noise?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, but you can.
No. Only when my kids come in.
Oh, yeah.
Middle of the night. Yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I know. Okay, we got to take a break. We'll be right back. Hey guys, we're back.
Hey.
Okay, so we were talking about weddings and all that fun stuff. I have to tell you, so I met this girl, and I say girl, but she was just quite a bit younger than us. But
I mean, we're really, really young, but
we are very young. So she was like an infant.
Baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
But she was super sweet, super, like, I just really liked her.
Mm-hmm.
She had a great personality. And we were talking, and she's talking about, so she's been with this guy for like 5 years.
Okay.
And he's a little bit older than her. And he has an 8-year-old son. She's in her early 20s.
Okay.
Okay.
And how old do you think he is?
He's probably like
our age.
No,
Okay.
no, I think
Younger?
he's probably, yeah, he's younger. I think he had the son young.
Okay.
Like maybe 18 or something like that, right? So he's probably, what is that, like 26? Yeah, something like that. And so she said that, you know, she's like, we've been dating for like 5 years, and they live together. I think they lived. I got the feeling they lived together. Okay. And she's kind of talking about marriage a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And not like we're getting married, and nothing crazy, just like, you know, like thinking long time future, right. This, yeah. and this and this and this. And then, and she definitely loves her boyfriend. Like I can tell in the way she's talking about him and stuff. And then she says something like, yeah, and I finally got to meet his son.
Oh, wow. They've been together that long and she's never met him?
And I was like, did she, like, I didn't want to pry though, right? Because I'm like, did she just say she really met him? Because I'm thinking until you are even like in that realm, can you even think about marriage and anything? Because then that's real life, right? You know? So I don't know any of the situations, so I'm just listening. I'm just kind of along for the ride. Well, so she was talking about how, well, she got to finally meet the ex, well, the child's mom.
Okay.
The baby mama. Okay. Mm-hmm. So she's like, I met her. We had a sit down talk, and I'm like, what do you mean? You know, like a sit down talk. She's like, yeah, like we went out and sat down and like talked.
So was it just the two of them?
Just the two of them. Oh, and I'm like, oh, wow, okay. And okay, I mean, that's not, I mean, it's not like I've never heard of that before, but I'm
Right.
just like, oh, that's kind of okay. It's a little different, but okay, yeah, whatever. I mean, that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, was everything okay? She goes, well, and everyone's like, um, well, she thought it was okay. So she goes, so here's the thing. So I haven't been so okay, let me tell you backstory. So the boyfriend and the baby mama were never together.
Okay.
They hooked up a couple times. She got pregnant. They had this baby.
Yes.
And he has respected the mother's wishes, which were that no one else be brought into the picture until she was ready for that, basically. So in learning this, I learned that they they do like movie nights as a like quote unquote family.
Okay.
And she is over like his parents for Christmas morning with the son and opening their gifts.
That's awkward.
And then after the mom and son leave, then the girlfriend can come over to the parents' house for Christmas.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not done. I'm not done.
Okay.
So she's telling me these things, and I'm like, huh? Like what? And she's like, yeah. She goes, so I finally, because she finally agreed to like sit down and meet me, because it's kind of like it's getting to the point like
5 years is a long time.
Okay.
But it's more than half of your kid's life.
Okay.
He's only 8. I mean.
So, so she's like, she goes, I thought it went great. I'm like,
oh no.
Oh my gosh. Like I couldn't have asked for anything better. This went great. She was like seemed very real with me. We had like conversations, like she was like, here's kind of where I'm coming from. Like I just feel like, I don't want to confuse my son, and well, you're
okay, but if you're not
confusing him. But yada 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 and all this stuff. So she goes, she never asked me anything about me. She didn't ask me what I did. She didn't ask me if I have siblings, if I have children.
She doesn't care. She's not going to allow you to be around her son. So it doesn't matter.
Nothing. And I listened and whatever, but I thought we pretty much did as best as like could possibly be asked for. And I came home and told my boyfriend, like, it went great. It was fantastic. We had great conversations, whatever. And I feel really good about where we left things. And I was so nervous, and I feel like it worked out, She goes, well, apparently that's not how it went in her eyes. And she had to tell like the boyfriend, it would be like devastating to our son if you ever had children with someone else, and if you had children with her and all this stuff. And I go,
no.
I was like, yeah, I'm like, okay. So before I tell you what I said to her and the things that I didn't say, but I was thinking in my head, what are your thoughts?
Okay. Thought 1, weird to me that weird to me that it's taken that long for him to meet her.
And multiple, well, and her and the other person in the room both said he is the boyfriend is a very nice, passive guy. Like he's the kind of guy that doesn't want to rock any boats. Like he's trying to loves his kid.
And I can understand loving your kid. Not opposed to that. Appreciate him.
Because what I'm saying is, it's not like I don't think he's being like a player.
He's not. No.
I don't think that's it.
No, but I think that he is definitely allowing baby mama far too much control in his life.
Absolutely.
Weird that I'm all about being, being a good co-parenting, cohesive, like raising a child situation. Sounds good for the most part. However, if we are not a couple and we're not trying to convince our child that we're a couple, I don't think you need to be with our child at my family's holiday gatherings. Maybe I take my child to those. I understand it has to be. I've not had to have a biological child that I don't get to spend a holiday with. I know it is difficult. I mean, there were times where I felt like an immature B word because I'd be like, well, like, why the F do we have to work this way with the girls on the holidays, right? Like, because it does get frustrating. Like, okay, we have our family too, and I would like them to, whatever. Okay, never said anything, but had thoughts in my head. Okay, but never would I be like, oh, Jason, the boys and I need to go to your parents' holiday, even though we are not together, but I need to come with you. No, like you're not a family.
Well, could you imagine the girl's mom?
No. No. That is not happening. No, I'm sorry. So awkward. Okay, so there's that. There's also the who in the hell do you think you are to be telling me that I can't be having kids with someone? Okay. And how are you going to tell me that it'd be devastating to our kid? First of all, did you ask our kid if it'd be devastating to him? That's number one. Number two, why are you asking him that if you're asking him that? Number three, maybe your kid's really sick and tired of being an only child. Number four, you sound like a lunatic. That chick sounds crazy. She is off her rocker. She is very controlling. No, and no. No.
So what I said to her, because I was like, okay, this is my first time meeting this girl. So I'm trying not to overstep and be, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, every red flag, every alert is going off in my mind. And I really like this girl. She is a very sweet, young, very intelligent girl.
Yeah.
And
you're like, you seem amazing and like you can have the best future.
So I told her, I said, okay. So I go, so first of all, you know that she still wants your boyfriend, right?
Absolutely.
She absolutely is still has feelings for him or in love with
whether
him.
They were together or
whatever
not.
Whatever it is, she wants, whether it's just the family dynamic, whatever, she wants your boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's number one. I said,
is she aware of that?
And she goes, she goes, yes. And I go, okay. So when a girl is like this, I will tell you that if you do not create boundaries very early on, there will never be boundaries.
They will be her boundaries.
I go,
things will go the way she wants.
Have to create boundaries. It does not mean that you don't love him. It does not mean you don't love his son that you barely know now.
Right.
I said, but you have to create those for yourself and for the better of you two. If it's going to work, it's going to have to work with boundaries.
Yeah.
And she has to live on the other side of that line. And if she doesn't like it, it's too bad. And she can threaten, and she can act like she's this big bad wolf, and she can act like he's going to be a terrible dad if he doesn't obey her rules, or she could take his son if he doesn't obey her rules. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
It is all bullshit, because she doesn't want to lose this weird, fucked up relationship that she has in her head with your boyfriend.
Yeah.
I said, it was just like one of those things where I thought, oh my gosh, people live this way. And this is what I told her. I said, I am all for co-parenting. It has taken me a very, very long time. And some people never, ever can co-parent.
Right.
It never happens for them. With a lot of whatever, we are somehow able to co-parent. We are not friends.
Right.
And I said, and I will tell you that my ex-husband, not my husband, me as the ex, as the person that has to deal with him for our child, I have to set boundaries.
Yeah.
And I have to, nope, that's where we are, because we are not friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not your friend. I don't want to know about your relationships. As long as you're with someone who is good to my child, I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. You could be with a new girl every month. You could be with the same girl. Your relationship, your love life, totally your deal.
Right.
I would hope that he wouldn't bring every girl around my daughter.
Right.
But at the same time, I can't control that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not my responsibility to control it.
No.
And it's not my place.
Right.
I am working with that person, him.
Yes.
That's it. You take care of our daughter when she's in your care. I take care of her when she's in my care. When she needs things, we communicate so we can together do those things for her. I told her, I said, my daughter is 16 years old, and we just, for the first time, all had a birthday dinner with her in a public place, not at my house.
Right.
I said it was him and his now wife, and my whole family, and friends, and my daughter's friends.
Right.
I said, we've never done something like that before, and it was kind of awkward, but we made it work, and it was fine. But I said, that's, to me, and I'm not saying that we are all like my situation is ideal, because it's totally not. There's people that have a way better relationship with their exes and co-parenting, but it's healthy enough to where I can say, okay, whatever you do on your side is your business, and what I do on my side is mine. And when we absolutely need to communicate, we do. And the thing is what's best for the child, and that's it. And what's best for the child has absolutely nothing to do with our comfort level. It has everything to do with the actual child.
Exactly.
And this chick is playing everyone.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh my God, who is letting these girls, who is letting people get away with this?
Well,
what people do.
It has to do with the fact that her boyfriend is passive, go with the flow, not trying to rock the boat. She is.
Well, I mean, like, so is the girlfriend. Has to. I mean, she's just so sweet and nice and kind. I think she's like being very passive about it and feeling probably like, I don't want him, like, I would never want to be a reason for anything.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to.
And I do have to say, as someone who's been on, I mean, not the same type of relationship, so to speak, Barb was never like this.
Jason and I are going to sushi with the kids every Friday night.
Or like, if not even that, but she was never like, you're not allowed to be around my kid. It was never anything like that.
Because most normal people know that is not your call,
exactly,
right?
Exactly, yeah. So, I mean, she was never like that or anything, but I was a young girl with an older guy who had kids, granted, Jason was married to her, so they actually had a relationship. It wasn't just they hooked up,
Mm-hmm.
But it is a difficult role to play, like the new girlfriend and where you fit in and how you're going to work with the kids, the ex, all of those types of things. Um, as Jason's girlfriend, I always knew the girls would always be number one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're his kids. They're always going to come first. That kind of thing. Now if it was like, Jason, if you ever have kids with her, that you're going to destroy our daughter's lives. I mean, if something like that would have happened, I don't know what I would have done. It would have been like, what the flip, right? Like I was young when we started dating. There was no way I was going to stay with him forever and not have kids. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I know, that is one of those things, especially, I mean, they've been together 5 years is a long time, but just having met the boy, the son, it is funky to try to figure out, because you don't ever want to be something that interferes, right? Like you don't ever want to be a wedge between the kid and the dad, or
But I'm
that
like,
kind of
as
thing.
parents, you are saying that you are trying to protect your son, but how confusing is he gonna? I mean, that is a very confusing situation that you're creating,
Yes.
making it look like that's what a family is, except mom and dad don't live together, and
Right.
mom and dad aren't
has
together.
a girlfriend,
but we
go family
have
night, movie night, whatever. Yeah.
And I told her, I said, and I'm sorry, but I don't want to spend any time with my ex-husband.
Yeah, I mean,
And he was my husband at one point.
Yeah.
I don't
Right,
want to spend any time with him. I mean, when I see when I want to spend time with my daughter, like when I'm with my daughter, I don't ever go, I think that me, you, and your dad
need to go
hang out,
have some ice cream, and
no,
spend some good quality family time.
You go with your dad.
You're all.
I'm okay.
I can't wait for you to ask Alfredo what time he should expect you over for Easter with his family.
I'm just like,
yeah, no,
that's so confusing though for a child.
That would be, and I mean, I know you said, sorry that I'm doing this, but I have a hair here, I think. Sorry. This is why we need to be on video, so people see what you're dealing with. I know,
and you look really red.
Right here?
Yeah.
I was in the sun today. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe you were
scratching. I think I probably was. Yeah. But, when the girls were younger, for a long time, we would do, like, Barb always invited us for the girls' birthdays. Like, their birthday parties, we would go there, and we would be with, the kids' friends and Barb's family and friends and that kind of thing. Like, we would always go. For a long time, we did that. And it was fine. It was, to me, it always felt awkward just because we're not friends, right? So I'm here with her family and her friends, and we're not friends. And so it's like, I'm just the girlfriend, the wife, that kind of thing. And so it is a little awkward, but it was like, we did it because that was just the dynamic. The girls were relatively young, and Jason had done birthdays with them before, you know, like when they had separated, he would still go and do their birthdays with them. So when I
Yeah.
came along, I went and you know, it wasn't like all of a sudden it didn't
Yes.
happen anymore, you
Yes.
know, because that was the way it was.
Yes.
Ideal. No, I mean, it wasn't the most fun for me, but
No.
it worked. It was fine. You know,
but everybody knew you guys were together.
Right.
The children and everyone around.
Everyone knew, yeah. And it wasn't anything where it was like, you know, her and I would talk when we were there and got along and everything. It was fine. But I mean, it also wasn't like, well, Ashley can come after so and so has left. You know, it wasn't ever, or like Jason never threw a party for them with her, and then once she left, I could come to the party, or you know, anything like that. That is very odd, especially that it's like with his family and that kind of thing. I don't know. That's tough. That is something where, I mean, you're right. What was her response to you?
She didn't really say much. She just kind of listened. And like I said, I think she's a super passive person too. And I think she's young, and I don't know that she's necessarily
found her voice.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She'll get tired of it.
She will.
You know?
She will. And she said, she made a comment. She said, yeah, my boyfriend's, I think it's his brother, said, he'll never find anything better. So if he messes this up, then he's dumb. And I go, do you know why he said that? Because nobody else would put up with this shit.
Yeah.
Nobody else would. You shouldn't be putting up with this shit. Nobody should.
Yeah.
That's not healthy.
That girl,
that is
baby
not
mama
healthy.
is ridiculous.
Yes.
That is just a very weird, I mean, those are weird expectations to put on anyone.
So what I'm saying is, if you are going to be getting married, thinking about marrying, or in just a relationship with someone with children, that situation is not okay.
Yeah.
Your ex, your spouse's ex or whatever should not have a say.
No.
In your relationship. No. Like that. It was crazy.
Yeah,
I just wanted to swoop her under my wing after that and be like, you need to hang out with me a couple of times.
She needs a little pee to rub off on her for sure. I'm just curious, what does she say about how baby mama was like, you know, if you ever had a kid with anyone else, it would devastate our child. Like, what is the whole thought on that? And what does the boyfriend think about that? Like, is the boyfriend like, no, we can't have kids ever? Or is he saying like, she's crazy that she said that? Like, what was that?
I don't know. She didn't say anything, and I didn't even ask her, but it sounded like she was just like when she was like, yeah, she is crazy. And I go, I just was like, I just don't even understand how people can say things like that.
She's controlling.
Yeah.
She is so controlling. And the fact that he's passive allows her to make these demands. And I mean, it's obviously been working for 8 years.
Well, and I told her, I said, I will tell you this. There are people in life that you just have to set your boundaries with.
You do.
Early on, and just be like, this is where I am. It's done. I go, I guarantee if you told her no and you push back, it's not going to be pretty, but you don't have a choice. You have to.
Unless you plan on never marrying this guy and having kids with him, you're going to have to at some point. And he's going to have to.
Yes.
That's the thing, is that it really should be him putting the foot down.
Yeah.
And being like, look, you don't get to say. I mean, and it sounds like he's a good guy. So unless something's going on, it's not like he's not going to be able to see his kid. And to be quite honest, maybe they need to go to court and get some type of custody arrangement, because it's probably going to be healthier for the kid, because he does not need to be going to the holidays with his mom at his grandparents from his dad's side, and they don't need to be doing movie night.
Right.
That needs to stop. I'm just saying.
Who's going to the movies with their ex?
I don't know. That is awkward.
I know.
So awkward.
Okay, we're out of time.
I love that story though.
But oh gosh,
because it's wild.
It's wild, and you know what? People really go through it. If you're going through something like that, DM us. Let us know.
Oh yes, let us know, and then
we
need
to
know.
Yes, and
on
yes,
our show, because I want to hear them.
Yes, and I want to hear what maybe your advice might be for this young.
Yeah, have you gone through something like that?
A young, sweet girl. I just want to swoop her, keep her. Anyway, thanks, guys. Thanks for swapping with us. Segment music by Callie Grace. For more of Callie Grace's hits, follow Callie Grace on iTunes and Spotify today.